Now, the changes that are going to happen, I have right in front of me now in this document here that I'm going to read out for you, because we're allowed to share this, don't worry about that. Let's get started. Invite us to join early for the patch on Friday 30th of September, so for me that's 3 days away, for an exclusive access to playtest Titania. We'll see channels that you obviously can't see, don't worry about that. What's going to happen in the playtest is that we're going to be playing with devs and the QA team, I'm guessing, where it says devs and team. Explore Titania, beautiful scenery and landmarks, experiment new mechanics and features. So basically, I think we're going to play the game, but we can also ask for stuff. So it's because we're not technically, we're playing the game, we can play the game normally, but we can also ask the dev team to show us stuff. So if you guys have any questions and such, we can also answer that. We plan to have a playtest in 8 hours starting 2 PM Eastern. Okay, so it's 8 hours long. So we have 8 hours to test these things. So try and think of ways that we can get most out of it, so we can see what's going to happen in the next patch. So and the thing is here, if you guys wanted to try and become content creators to get into this, you can't, because now it's not accepting any additional content creators after this session. You can't join it for this test. You have to, if you want to, you can join it for future tests, but you can't join it for this one. So sorry if you wanted to jump in and play on Titania. A new way to play. Prior to extending this session, we'll be able to inform you that there's new major changes coming to the introducing update, and significant changes how Beast of Bermuda's gameplay loop works. Specifically, Isla Titania, which is redesigned to move a more fast-paced gameplay loop that continuously remains fresh, I can't speak today, enjoyable and accessible to all players. So what this means is, when you play Titania, and specifically Titania, not on any other maps, it's different, like it's a new game. It's basically Beast of Bermuda V2. Right, this is what's going to happen in Titania specifically. So as you see here, Titania specific, meaning Rival Shores, Ancestral Plains and other older Bob maps will not have these changes. Keep that in mind. This is only for Titania, so you don't have to worry. So when you grow, after 1.2 has been drastically sped up by 15 times. 15 times faster growth than 1.2 faster does on public branch. So that means you're going to get to 2.0 extremely really fast. 15 times. Fucking hell. Once you reach 1.32 growth, which you should take a couple of hours or less, your growth will be paused and you will see the in-game message informing you of this. While at below 1.32 growth, you can pause and unpause your growth at any time. So that means you can stay a juvenile if you wish so. I'm guessing baby buff will be deleted. Oh yeah, it says it. Cannot grant baby buff and your growth is paused. You can pause and unpause your growth by opening the character select. So you can just, at will, if you're below 1.32, you can at will pause and unpause your growth. So you can stay a baby if you so wish. There you go, you can roleplay as babies now. So that means realism servers, you can probably even just stay a baby and continuously roleplay as a baby if you wish. If you wish to grow beyond 1.32, you will begin the Gauntlet. To begin, simply toggle the new checkbox in the character screen. A message will appear informing that you cannot pause growth. So after you've hit 1.32, after you've entered the Gauntlet, you cannot pause your growth anymore. You cannot pause the Gauntlet, and the gameplay will get more difficult rather quickly. Ooh. As you grow larger, your food requirement will increase quickly, becoming rather extreme as you progressively get larger and larger. Oh, so that means that you will need more and more and more food than you currently do. So you absolutely need to keep on top of that, otherwise you're going to die. Ooh, I like that. Growth is significantly sped up, so getting to large growth 2.0, 3.0 can now be done over the weekend, provided you survive. Provided you survive. You can conclude the Gauntlet and opt to reset growth back to 1.0 at any time, through the save select screen. So what that means is you can essentially get to 3.0 if you are good enough and can survive long enough. You can get to 3.0 over the weekend, which is pretty fast. But if you are feeling it's too difficult or you don't feel like you're enjoying it anymore, you can opt out of the Gauntlet, go back to 1.0, and you don't lose your dinosaur. That's really good. A state of sickness has been added to the game. Eating old meat, negative bias plants, dirty drinking water, and having status conditions, water poisoning, food poisoning, diet poison, or restlessness will have a chance to getting you sick. While sick, you receive a status condition and indicate State of Sickness, which will give you the debuff in several ways. Sickness is designed to be deadly consequence for these conditions and will take a heavy toll on your survival chances. It disproportionately affects larger growth creatures, being easy to contract and last longer for bigger growth. So it punishes, so the bigger you are, it punishes you more for being unfit and unhealthy. So you have to keep on top of that. So that's going to be hard. The State of Sickness is brutal, inflicting a very significant debuff to several stats, including drastically reduced healing rates. Ooh, Bleeder's going to love that. Stamina and ability regenerates. Ooh. And other very, very easy hunting target. You are a very easy hunting target while sick. And while using scent, you play a very loud and altered sniffing sound. Oh, so people can tell if you're sick if you sniff. Making it possible for other nearby enemies to pick up on your state of sniff. Players can also sniff and tell you're sick. Oh, okay, you can sniff dinosaurs and tell that they're sick. So, essentially, when you can get sick. The bigger you are, the more prone you are to sick. When you're sick, your stats, every stat pretty much regenerates slow as hell. And to top it all off, players know that you're sick when they sniff you. That is going to be nuts. Eating charcoal, which spawns randomly around the map, and additionally spawns in abundance about forest fires. The forest fires have a natural feature now. Can help greatly with recovery from sickness. So if you're sick, you still can recover from it pretty fast if you eat charcoal. Dying or resetting growth while running the Gauntlet will reward you a growth badge. Your biggest growth badge will be displayed in the character in the save select screen. Additionally, you can see all of the growth badges by clicking the badge, which opens a gallery page, and you can earn an infinite amount of these badges, and they can continue to accumulate through repeated runs of the Gauntlet. So now what that means is that you ain't just got a mental goal anymore. You actually have a goal. You can run the Gauntlet many times and show on your profile that you've run it so many times. If you reach 2.0 or greater, before resetting your growth, which can now be done with a single setting if you're dedicated, you can now get rewarded with talent point reset. So if you get to 2.0 and then reset your growth, so you reset the Gauntlet back to, you opt out of the Gauntlet to 1.0, sorry. So if you opt out of the Gauntlet and you go back to 1.0, but you're above 2.0 when you do that, you get a talent tree reset. So that means it rewards you for getting that big and opting out. So if you don't like your build, you don't have to die. You can literally earn your way to get it. That's really good. Growth badges award experience, which can be seen on the big badge gallery page. Bigger badges require more experience, reward more experience, and magnify the experience rewards based on the amount of gameplay needed to earn them. Experience currently just gains bragging rights, but it is possible may unlocking cosmetics rewards and other things in the future. Oh, so it might act like a shop in the future. So in a sense, you'll be earning cosmetics for your dinosaur through the Gauntlet. I like that, that's really smart. A new leaderboard mechanic is in the works, but is not ready yet for the playtest, so it's not going to be in the playtest. The leaderboard will display which players have gotten the furthest in the Gauntlet and sorts by species. It has a both monthly rolling list and a lifetime list, defaulting to showing the monthly list the best Gauntlet runs to keep things fresh. So basically, you can try to be the biggest dinosaur on the server and have bragging rights for it. But you also get monthly ones, so you can see who's gotten the biggest in the last month. That's really good. Growth between 1.2, no, this is fine. This is just increasing growth. Increase the growth for slow growers by 45 and 90 minutes for reasonable food. Several adjustments have been made, food values, blah blah blah. Rebalance the aspect of the game because of Gauntlet. I don't think that's true for the old maps. Use of commands, spawn plant, spawn carcas, and all resurrections are only now accessible to PvE game modes. Reworked how talent points and talent inherits can contribute towards boosting the effectiveness of a talent. Previously, each talent contributed equally towards boosting the effectiveness of the talent. Now each talent point invests a 26.7% total effectiveness, and 5 out of 3 being 100. Each talent point provides 10% of the total talent efficiency. I can't say that word, sorry. So basically what this means, in a summary, is you're still gonna, 5 out of 3 is still gonna be as powerful as it is, but they're buffing how much the talent point gives you and nerfing how much the inherit gives you. So talent points are going to way double a talent point is. An inherit, sorry. So that means that getting an inherit is good. It's still good, but it's not as gameplay changing. The talent points matter the most. Several adjustments have been made to how creatures scale stat-wise, all growth levels. Generally, we buff the stats on juveniles and subadult creatures. The growths, health scaling has been reduced for all creatures. Okay, for all creatures when growths greater than 1.2 are achieved. Okay, so because of the faster growth above 1.32 now, they have reduced the scaling you get from above. So that's fine, because you're going to get it faster and sooner. But juveniles and subadult growths are going to have higher stats. So that means you can actually fight as those guys. That's really good, holy crap. Right, so obviously the main attractor here is the Titania, or Isla Titty, I like to call it. Region 1 will be playable with this patch. Titania's is Bermuda's newest open world, new sections of Titania. Region 1 will be playable with this patch. Titania is Bermuda's newest open world map. New sections of the Titania will become accessible for future updates. Currently only section 1 is accessible and enclosed inside a walled space. The playable section 1 is just under half of Titania. Attempting to go outside the wall with cheats will eject the player back to the character select menu and kill the offending creature. Yeah, get fucked. Foliage Adjustment. Sniff to investigate. Titania's plants and other objects have been given helpful hints to guide players and warn them, so Sniff has more of a function now. Several fruit species have been added to Titania. Banana, papaya, mango, pineapple, coconut, blackberries. Fruits have satiation buffs and give buffs food. Some also give water. They are heavier than other plants. Ooh, that's nice. That might mean that, for example, depending on the fruit might give you more benefit depending on the dinosaur. So bigger fruit would be benefit for like Acro and such like that. Several poisonous species have been added to Titania. Each biome will have at least one poisonous species. Sniffing suspicious plants will help you identify them. So you have to use Sniff. You'll use them. You have to use them to detect them. You probably use them, detect them through visual needs as well sometimes. Poisonous plants give negative bias and various severities based on species. All creatures can eat the poisonous plants. All species can eat poisonous plants. Okay. Added inland salt rocks. Oh yeah, okay. So that's so you don't have to go to the beach. Same as the beach salt in the island. Yep. Medicinal and comfort plants have new models. Oh, so you have to find out what they look like now, and have it scattered across the map. New flower, pink cordyline? I don't know how you say that. Offers a lot helpful prompt when sniffing in the dark. It glows in the dark. Okay. Not all foliage in Titania may be eaten to obtain the biome's aesthetic. To maintain the biome's aesthetic. I'm guessing that means jungle, like you can't eat the trees in jungle to stop the hiding and such like that. Oh yeah, it says that. And offering hiding places for dinosaurs including ferns and larger big jungle trees and such, yes. So you can't destroy some trees just so you can hide and such. Added over and under obstacles scattered around the perimeter to help dinosaurs outmaneuver their pursuers. So faster dinosaurs will be able to actually, yeah, outmaneuver. So like Megaraptor trying to run away from an Acro, it usually will be able to run away from an Acro, but like it will be able to jump over a log that an Acro can't, or jump down somewhere. Just more maneuverability options. Added temporary shelters scattered around Titania. Well, that's good. Mini shrines. Due to the scale of the map, mini shrines have been scattered across Titania. You can only pledge at the mini shrines. Sacrifices must be done at major shrines. Mini shrines do not count towards your shrine's visited trial. Okay, so basically you can still pledge, so that if you die you still get your boost in that tree, but generally you still want to go to major shrines to get the trials done and to sacrifice. But the mini shrines are around the map, so you can do that. So basically it's like the Ori holes, I'm guessing, where in the Ori hole you can find the demon Acro statue. I can imagine it's going to be something like that. Misc Titania Adjustments. Biomes have various color filters in their post-processing to give players a more immersive experience. Also, that might mean if you go to like a... oh yeah, it says right there, an arid zone it feels warmer and a deep ocean cooler. So basically, like depending on where you are, so if you're in the desert, you'd probably have like a sort of an orangey tint to your screen, so it will show you that you're in the desert. Added name biomes and water sources to section 1 across Titania to discover. Oh, so we can discover. So that might be in the speed trials now, and the like areas discovered. Lore and secrets can be found on the map using clues in the environment. Is this Easter eggs? This might be Easter eggs, guys. I'm looking forward to that one. Titania has a new night filter to make it easier to see in the dark while remaining cinematic and immersive. That's good, so you might not need to use gamma anymore, or as less, because that was the main issue with like Rival Shores and Terrestrial Planes, which you had to keep altering your gamma. Titania will not be compatible with the foliage placement tool until the map is fully released in all of its aspects. I'd imagine so. They'd probably want to they probably want Titania to be in a playable state before they add stuff like that. Save data from older maps will not be transferred to Titania. Titania save data can be transferred to older maps. This is temporary change to allow development clear beginning to end feedback. Yes, so that means that you can't transfer your dinosaurs to Titania because they want to see how the map plays out first. They don't want just like 5.0 chill server dinosaurs to come on and just play on it and then get a screwed feedback from it. They want you to play the game first, which is fair. The new Lurdu has been added to the game. There we go. It includes a new bottom walking mechanic and a new soldier check move, which replaces its stomp. So soldier's shoulder check is the charge I'm guessing Lurd has. But there is a bottom walking mechanic. Ooh. The Megalosaurus has been named the Wiener. Oh, the poor thing. These are biomes on Titania and associated with trial for visiting biomes. Gameplay music has been added to Isla Titania. Be on the lookout, and it makes sure your music volume is turned on. Many different biomes around the map have biome specific music. Ooh. And other in-game events such as sunrise, sunset and combat. It will also have unique music to play. So stuff that happens around the map will have, so for example when it gets dark you probably have like some sort of low music to make it all calm and such because it's getting dark, and in combat you might have like beating drums going crazy like a tribal drums. Each biome also has a one-time special music track it plays when you enter the biome for the first time, so keep an eye out for that. So if you enter the desert you might hear a song that will be played once and you'll never be able to hear it again on a creature. Sounds now spatialized, making roars, calls and other sounds more distinct when physically further away on the map. Longer distance sounds now propagate a lot further than before. That's good! That's really good. That means that you don't have to be in render range to hear people anymore, I'm guessing. So you can hear people out of render range. So if people are one calling and such, you'll be able to hear them and go, oh, I shouldn't go that way. That's really good. Creatures can now get wet, muddy, sandy, bloody, and now drip water and splash effects. Ooh, that's some quality of life stuff. That's going to add so much aesthetic to the game. 3 types of critter AI have been added to the game. These are horseshoe crab and the bottom-dwelling Argandus fish, I guess that's how you spell it, and the forest roaming Auroroceratops. They offer a simple hunt and reward food. There is additionally a way to play as these AI creatures. The way to do so is secret and may be discovered. You can play as AI.
Crab, food, frighteningly. Food is hand.
But the way is secret, so you have to figure out how to do it. Ooh, I like that. Creatures can now be summoned to their group by other group members under certain conditions. You can summon group members. This can only be done once per creature lifetime and can only be done while the creature is below 0.7 growth. It's designed to assist fresh spawns or reincarnations between being able to quickly and easily get back to their group of friends. That is actually excellent. So that means that instead of just reincarnating, spawning somewhere and having to run to your friends can summon you. That's really cool. So you have instant protection. That's really nice. Good fucking job on that one. Holy crap. That's big brain. Sharp teeth and thick hide have been balanced. Oh, they are now capped. Ah! Only able to provide a maximum of 6% damage increase per talent point of sharp teeth and 6% damage negation per point of thick hide. So it's not a absolute meta perk anymore. They're not meta talents anymore. You can actually invest into other things without having to worry about having thick hide and sharp teeth. Oh, I can't wait. It's going to have so many different builds. I'm so excited. Ichthy has now been given Storm Lord status condition. Yes, we all know about that one. Which activates when outside during a stormy weather or when it's while swimming. Ichthy and Lurdu can now control how long the dart lasts and is controlled by holding down right mouse button. Oh, so the dart isn't just click and go anymore. You actually you can control how long it lasts. That's really cool. Ichthy and Lurdu balance changes are still a work in progress, to keep that in mind, and are still a subject to change. Additionally, any of all balance points in the patch are subject to change during palettes. Keep that in mind. Everything here is subject to change. Acro's roar has been nerfed. Hallelujah. Thank fuck for that. Pachy's charge has been capped. having a maximum knockback, damage, and injury value. It can only deal regardless of charging speed or duration. Sweet, that's what it fucking needed. The overpowered piece of shit. Mosa can no longer dart grab a player and drop them to their death. Oh, so you're going to have to actually play like a Mosa and kidnap people when they're drinking. But that might be fine on Titania. I'm looking forward to that. There are many other smaller changes, balance changes not listed here, and bug fixes in the update as well. The full notes will be shown when we conduct our first public. So basically, this is just to give an example. This isn't a patch note. This is just an informational piece. Overall, this sounds like a fantastic change. They're adding stuff for players to do to grow. They're promoting growth now. Absolutely promoting it. Giving you benefits for growing with the Gauntlet, allowing you to teleport to your friends so you can effectively be safe in a group when you're fresh spawn or freshly reincarnated. Everything grows faster, especially slow growers. Titania is going to have a new UI, new music, what else? New plants, new poisonous plants, a place for hiding. It's going to be absolutely fucking insane. I cannot wait for this patch, and I hope to show it to you guys for a stream, because that's what I'm going to do. When this comes out, I'm going to stream it to you guys. But this is insane. Adding more stuff to more plants and such into the game, it's going to add so much liveliness to the game with the mini shrines, the biome specific areas. I cannot wait. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, because I am absolutely excited. This is Beasts of Bermuda version 2. Obviously, it's still work in progress. But this is going to be Beast of Bermuda version 2, an updated Beast of Bermuda. This Titania with PvP is going to be insane. Cannot wait.